Hi, Anne. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you. Good to speak to you.
Yeah, sure. Yes, my name is Elizabeth Aces Banza, and I am a committee member of the Global Women of Peace Network in Australia. And today I am joined by Anne Bellavance, who is one of the founding members of this incredible organization. And you wear so many hats. Goodness, I looked up and I could see you are the vice president or the international vice president. You are the president, Oceania. You are an educator. You are an advocate. You are an environmental scientist. Goodness, you are a mentor. You are a sounding board of community groups. My goodness, you are a wife, you are a mother, you are a grandma. How do you do all this?
Well, it's a passion. I work in my spare time. I do my community work. And
Uh-huh.
when I need some time out, I'm in my garden or I have sleepovers with my grandson. He comes over and spends some time in the garden with me. So I don't
Wow,
sit
wow.
for very long. I don't sit there. Yeah.
Well, and you still have spare time, you still have time for gardening and for your grandson with sleepovers amongst all these many things. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, so you've got a very specific passion that you have expressed for women, women advancement, women leadership, and really, really very interesting to see you, in that space. But for now, we just want to talk about your involvement with the Global Women of Peace Network and the General Assembly that is coming up. Can you tell me a little bit more about your involvement with them?
Sure. So GWPN was started 2012 as an international project of Women's Federation for World Peace. And we inaugurated it in Australia in 2015. We began the partnership awards with organizations that we connect with and work with. And so now we're expanding into the leadership, women's leadership, because GWPN has three focus areas. First is women's
Okay.
leadership, family, and the environment. So focusing on women's leadership, we've developed with our team, our GWPN committee, the Leading into the Future Mentor Program. So we're matching emerging women leaders with established women leaders. And we're kicking that off at our GWPN Assembly, which is Forum for Transformative Leadership, looking at leadership of the heart.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So for the assembly that is coming up, you have basically, or should I say, we have already started, putting work behind that. Is there anything that you want to kind of get out there in terms of inviting people to this, or is it too late for maybe an interested mentor or an interested mentee? What can you say to that?
The program has finished. We've matched
Okay.
our mentors and mentees, but there's always next year. So we'll expand this next year. We'll actually expand it throughout Australia because we had interest from the other states, even though I tried to keep it local so that it could be more face to face. We even have some mentees in PNG and Solomon Islands. So I've been able to connect them with our chapter presidents and vice president in those nations, which is really good. So I think we have the capacity to expand it and through Zoom and virtual conferencing to expand it, even though it's here in Melbourne. And we do like still to be face to face. So the assembly is here, which is the forum, and people can come along and have a look. We've got 5 powerful speakers, women leaders, who will present on leadership of the heart, telling stories that will help and guide our emerging women leaders, because leadership matters, and we know for women to have the confidence and the skills to be who they are as women, not to act like men in their leadership role, is really important. We can
I
bring
hear you.
both together. So the masculine attributes, the feminine attributes, together they make a greater whole. So we need both in that leadership role, even though it may mean sometimes we're helping our male cohorts who are leaders in understanding the method or the way that women go in leadership. That still is a reality for us. If we do it well, then men can really come to understand. And in the future, that will not be an issue because we will be out there. So it's really important that we can send that message to our emerging leaders that it is possible, they can be who they are as women. And
that's right.
We have the soft power skills that naturally come to us: reconciliation, cooperation, team building, peacemaking. That is intrinsic within us as women, and they are powerful tools that we can use in our leadership. And that big corporations now pay big money to get training in that. And it's within us. So it really is our time as women leaders.
That's very interesting. You talk about the, intrinsic qualities that we have as women, and for us to be able to use that to just become a leader with who and what you are without losing yourself. That's really beautiful. Would you say this is the one outstanding aspect that makes this mentorship program a unique and a different program than every or all the other programs that out there? Or is there something else that you can also distinguish that really makes this program that one program that every woman would try and participate in?
I would say so, because this program isn't a career-based program. It's a women's leadership-based program. And of course, women will use that in their careers, but fundamentally, having the skills as a leader is the most important thing. And this program is all open to all communities. So it's very diverse. Our mentors and mentees come from all walks of life. And even when we had our mentor meeting last night via Zoom, people were commenting by all the colors. That's all the colors.
On the diversity that you had there. Interesting, right?
That's really beautiful. And
it was
also sharing universal values. And the philosophy of Women's Federation is living for the sake of others. So I really appreciate our mentors because they are demonstrating that philosophy in their life by giving the opportunities to our emerging leaders to be able to gain those skills and the confidence to do that.
So you say the assembly is coming up on the 7th of August and everybody is invited. Is that what you say? To even if you are not a mentee or a mentor, to just come and witness what's happening?
Yeah. If people are interested in leadership, absolutely. Because it is a network, GWPN, Global Women's Peace Network, and we are developing that network in Australia and within our region. Yeah.
And where should people go if they just want to read up a little bit on this?
If you go to the website, Women's Federation for World Peace Australia, go to the GWPN page, or you can look on our Oceania Facebook page. There are already posts about the event. Just scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to find it.
Okay. All right, there you have it, the upcoming assembly for the Global Women Peace Network and the mentorship program that's also coming up, that's going to be launched, everything on the 7th of August. Go to the website, as Anne has just mentioned, and let's come together and see what this program has to offer, not only to Australia, as you have heard, it is a global program, and there is definitely a lot in store for all of us with leadership of the heart and leading into the future mentorship program. So join me, Elizabeth Aces Banza, on this page, so that we can also have a conversation, a very, very short conversation, just to introduce all the speakers that are coming up into this program. And as time goes by, we will also have an opportunity to talk to the mentors, we will have an opportunity to talk to the mentees, and yeah, just to prepare you for what's coming up even next year. So see you again. Goodbye.
Bye.